This video is about the chi-square test for independence. This test is going to be used when you have two different categorical variables and you want to know if there's a relationship between the two of them. So in this case, I want to know if there's a relationship between a student's favorite season and their favorite color. So before we carry out the test, we need to check the assumptions. So looking at the assumptions page, first one is that your sample is random. That's going to be the case unless you have a skewed sample or a poor study design, which is probably not the case. Other than that, all of the expected values have to be at least 5. I showed you how to calculate them here, but Fathom will do that for you, so don't bother to calculate them yourself. If we go to our data set, we are carrying out a test. It's going to be a test for independence. We need to look at our two variables, in this case, favorite season and also favorite color. So the first thing that you're given at the top is this summary table. The numbers in parentheses are all of the expected values. The numbers outside are all of the real values. So there are 5 freshmen that have blue as their favorite color, for example. Now what you're going to notice is I have all of these categories and none of them, I don't think at all, have a expected value that's greater than 5. Oh, this one does, the first one. All the rest of them are less than 5, and we even have a warning down here. So the warning tells us that 27 out of the 28 cells have expected values less than 5. That's an issue. It happens because there are so many options that I gave students and because I had a small sample. So with you, that's probably not going to be the case. If it is the case that your expected values are less than 5, you're going to need to talk to either your mentor or myself, Ms. Budden, about how to overcome that. Going down, we're going to find our p-value. Our p-value is 0.86. Because that is bigger than 0.05, we will fail to reject the null, which means we do not have evidence of a relationship. So there could be a relationship between color and favorite season, but we don't have enough evidence to show that. Now, I said in class that normally a hypothesis test is followed up with a confidence interval, but in the case of chi-squared, we don't construct confidence intervals. One last note before we end. Let's say that you do get a p-value less than 0.05, like 0.03. That would tell you that you have reason to believe there is a relationship between the two variables, but it doesn't tell you what that relationship is. If you are interested in finding the specific relationship, you would need to talk to either myself or your mentor.